Now, one thing to be aware of with any sort of aquarium is to try to reduce the amount of contact that your rocks have with the substrate. So in this case, we've got a really big flat rock there and a flat rock there. And the risk of having that sort of situation is that underneath the rock you can form what's called anoxic bacteria. And this anoxic bacteria can discharge hydrogen sulfide, which is the sort of premise of old tank syndrome. So in a perfect world, instead of having a nice big flat rock there, I'd probably have, say, a couple of little anchor rocks, 1, 2, 3, and then I'd put the flat rock down, and that way my scavenging animals can still get underneath the rock, and therefore I'm minimizing how much contact I've got with the substrate. So I'm trying to put my rocks on points, and then I'm trying to anchor them to make sure that all my scavengers, my strom shells, my any little shrimp or anything that's sort of scavenging around in the substrate can get underneath it, and that keeps the oxygen under there, and keeping the oxygen under there is going to minimize the risk of anoxic bacteria forming and reducing old tank syndrome. If you think you do have an old tank syndrome, the first thing you want to do is add some aquarium detox, and that will rid your anoxic zone, and you want to leave that in there for a month, and you want to throw some polyfilter in straight away, because the polyfilter will help to suck out any hydrogen sulfide, as will carbon.